Hey guys, yes, I'm wearing a green shirt. That was probably stupid of me. I don't know what happened. OBS didn't like my settings. I think maybe somehow my settings got changed at some point, but I don't know how. I went through. They actually now have an auto setting thing, which basically will go through and it actually tries to connect up to YouTube and does some tests and diagnostics to find optimal settings. So I'm using that right now. So there we go. So I see Thomas and Evan and Snoopers and Jade Luna. Hey Jade, how you doing? Julius John was here early on, but isn't here at the moment that I know of. So I haven't had a chance to play in the Snapshot. I've watched a couple videos, mostly from Mumbo. I didn't even watch the release videos. I didn't have time. So things have been kind of crazy with work. Tomorrow, I am releasing the software that I've been working on for months out to the QA department. And of course, they're going to find lots of bugs. So I know that's the way it's going to be. But it finally is like at a point where I can take a break. There we go. So, yeah, we're going to try to do some stuff here. I tried to set up a server last week with Remnificent's help, and there's a setting that we couldn't figure out how to get in a server, and I still haven't found it yet. But see, when you go in here, I'm going to show you how we do this. We're going to make a creative world here. Creative world. You got all your basic settings, right? But you go into this experiments, and you want to hit this update 1.21. And whatever this setting is, I cannot find it in any document or anything like that that tells it what to do. And when you do this, it talks about data packs really quick. But then I went to the data pack folder and there isn't any new data packs. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on, how to make it work on a server. But if we ever get it working, eventually we'll get it. So we're going to start up a world here. I want to play around with this crafter. That's one of the first things I want to do because I like some of the ideas about it and that I've seen. And I'd like to see just if I can actually do some redstone. So there we go. If you don't know about the crafter is an automated device. Oh, look. Hey. We can fly. Yay. Oops, wrong buttons. Get your keys on the keyboard there. So the crafter is an ability to have something that's automated so you don't have to actually interact with it. So like here's the normal crafting table, and this is the crafter. So in the crafting table, you'd have to go into it, and you have a 3x3 grid, and you have to put your items in there. We've all done that for years. But the crafter, it's similar, but you can like close off spaces to make things. Okay, and then when you give it a redstone pulse, it causes it to work, right? So if I put in... See, one of the first things I thought about was like, okay, let's do the whole, what I always do to Thomas, and do the whole bell thing, right? Yeah, let rabbit move. Thank you. So yeah, so you can see it's blinking, and so it's trying to make something. So if we put in like a log, shouldn't it just automatically just stick out and make a... Look at that, it just immediately made 4 planks. If I put the planks in here... Oh, that's so cool. I can set up a server if you want. It's still there with Bingo. I tried to set up the server, like I said, and I was not able to get it to work with experiments. I was able to get the snapshot to work, but not the experiments. Okay, so this is the exit point, right? And where is that when you place it down? Is it always facing you? Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's something you got to think about. So if that's where we're going to have something placed... okay. So let's do something. What do we want to make? Let's make something really quick. What do you think we should make? Because I know you can take a comparator output of this, right? And the comparators, the signal strength tells you how many items are in it. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. So if I were going to make a big redstone thing here, like this should be 1, right? Now, if we do all of these, it should be, what is it, 8 or 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's off. Okay. Making some dispensers, yes. Now, what if I do like that? Okay, that's still 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's counting on spots, not like the whole thing. So, okay. So that's that. Now let's say I had a hopper. Now let's hopper these things into it. What does it do? Does it like separate them out? Okay, so it puts it in the next available spot. Right? And so then, so when it gets to this point, when this gets lit, we could, in theory, tell it to do something, right? So let me grab all this out of here. So if I want to make it do automatic blocks, I'm going to use a repeater. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's go off this side here with a repeater. And then, in theory, go back into it, right? So it should make what we want. And so if I put in this stack here, it should go all the way up and then light the signal up, and there it goes. Okay, that's easy. Look at that. It's making us stuff. So it is slow doing that, but, you know, my slime farm's not that big, and if we were making slime boxes, this would be easy. I'm looking at the animations, what I'm trying to see here. Is it like, so it does like an open up, like it opens a door. And on the side, you can see it does that too. You have a little bit of an animation there. Oh. Yeah. Did you guys see that animation? Let me show you that again. So this little thing goes up. And it makes a sound. Yep, that's cool. Okay. Okay, so what do we got going on here? Dispensers, let me know if you want to play. I DM some time. May also be fun as an alternative to UHC sometimes as well. For bingo, yes. Bingo would be good. That would be a good idea. Okay, so that works. Now, so how do we... This is ugly, first of all. But... So we got to do some variable amounts of stuff if it's... So like, as an example, if it's... if we were to make what takes 6, let's say like 6. So if I do this here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we put the repeater here. And if I want to make glass panes as an example, so is it going to do it? Isn't it 6? Wait, did I forget how to make glass panes? Or am I thinking something else? That's interesting, though. Okay, so that was odd, because I would always do it in the bottom. So it doesn't take into effect... Okay, that's weird. Locking slots also counts as... Yes, it does. That's correct. So you can make a variable output from this, right? So... Yeah, I do it wrong. Okay, thank you. Right, that's true. Right? Okay. So I can put in a... Oops. Don't want to do that. So how do we tell it? I don't like this long string of 8, right? How do we tell it that it's got 8 in here? You know, coming out of here. Like if we do, or say 9, it's basically a strength of 9. Well, okay, so if we had to compare this right here with 8 of these, it would give a comparator output of 8, right? I need more redstone. Can you compare with Electron with a book? You could. Now, I wonder, this is giving off a certain signal, right? trying to think. How could you do this tightly? And I saw Mumbo do something. That's what I'm trying to think about. Because we are giving off right now. This would be like 9, right? Yeah, 9, right? So we want to do 8 or less, right? Then, so I'm just playing. That's all I'm doing. That's the wrong way. Of course, that won't work either. Can you compare it with an Electrum book? We can. I'm trying to think about, like, okay. I wish I could subtract a level from it. You know what I mean? So, like, okay, take this, and let's say it's putting out 9, but I want to subtract 8 from the signal. How do I do that? That's usually a subtract mode, right? So if I put this right here... there we go. An 8, right? And this one right now is set to, let's say it's set to 6. My subtract mode is bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's try that. Let's try that, a comparator of that. And this is, so it doesn't do anything there, but if we filled this all up, it would fire off 1, right? So that's the way of saying 8. It's getting dark. It is. Okay, so this would automatically be ready to go to tell it to do something, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need a block there for the comparator to sit on. But then I'm thinking about like going underneath it and giving it a redstone pulse. So if we did... because it's coming out of here. I don't know. Oops. It's still ugly. Would that work? If I had like this here? So I'm doing that. So if I do... so it didn't get the pulse, right? That's fun. Of course it doesn't work, right? Okay, yeah, no. My redstone abilities have gotten kind of bad. Okay, so we know that if it has this here, that it's giving out a certain amount of power. So if this thing was filled up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 minus 8, it should be subtracting. There we go. That's probably why it didn't work. But if I put one more in there, it will then give an output, which should be like, hey, do something, right? Make sense? I look over now and I'm phasing through the redstone that I'm holding. So I've got to get the... See, I know that I'm not going to look at his video to do it right now, but I know that he had a way it was tileable where it was something with an observer looking at this and it was... let's see. Hold on. Put that in subtract mode. And let's do this. Hold on. Okay, so this isn't... If we're looking at this... Floating head, if you lost your mind. Yes. So, right now... So if we're looking at this right now, okay, and let's put. I'm gonna put a what are those lamps called? Not the lamps. They're copper something. Bulb. It was a bulb, wasn't it? Yeah. So just for that. Now, right now it's giving off an 8 signal because I have that. So if this gets 9, would it change? Yes. It did change there. It still has an 8. So if I do... See, it's not changing. Now when I put the 9th one, will it change because it overrides the 8? It did. Right? And then from that, so when this changes, we need to do a signal down to this to tell it to do something. Does that make sense? So if I do an observer, sees that, and then that. Oop. Did that work? I think it did. There it goes. Okay. So that is tileable. So if we had like if I wanted to make again glass panes, and I will do it. Well, this is 8 set for 8, right? So I want this to set for 1 less than whatever we're doing. So 5. And if I put into this glass, it should start making glass panes automatically. Yeah. So it does work, and this should be tileable because this won't interfere with anything else. It shouldn't. Well, the sound it makes is great. Okay. So now let me build this again, just to confirm that it's tileable. I'm gonna leave this one set for glass, right? And I'm gonna set this one for 8. Okay. Would that override that? This is completely wrong. There. The sound of the ball reminds me of the old 70s vintage station wagon we had. So it is affecting this line because I obviously saw that there. Yeah, so maybe you have to group 8s and such together. Like this is set for all 9, and this is set for that. So if we got a hopper here, and I do redstone, let's just throw that in there. See, they both fired. See, so you can't. That would not be good because they're both getting a signal from this, right? So we could do a bell. Yeah, we do a bell. To make sure that, you know, Thomas knows that it's being made, right? So let's do that. There you go. Ding. Ding dong. Okay. So you have to group the same size things together for this to work right, because the redstone here is going around. Can we change? Was there a way you can make the redstone go like there is when you're doing it a 4-way to make it go? Yeah. Never mind. So, okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, so what should we make then with this thing? What do you think? Any ideas? Thomas had said something, I think. Look, I'm doing sand stuff. I haven't played in so long. Place to play. Well, okay, so Kiana's here, says this looks like modded. It's not. It's regular, but it's... Yeah, it's the same. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I'm so confused. Make a slot machine that rings when you get the item reward. A slot machine? Getting some hearts. There's some hearts. Get it to make a bunch of kelp blocks for fuel. So kelp blocks, if I remember, which I don't. So for crafting, we have a crafter, right? And then you have kelp, which you need to get dried. That's to cook it. And then it is, hold on. I gotta get more of that. There. So is it 4 or it's a full thing? Okay, so it's a full 9. So we have to get kelp, assuming we got a lot of kelp from some source, like a kelp farm. It has to go into a furnace system to get cooked, right? Let me just get a furnace. This is a furnace that will make kelp. And we're going to have... I'm going to say this is just... You know what? I really should build up in the air. It might be a lot easier, right? So let me do that. Okay. So we're going to take a furnace. And then it keeps making more fuel for itself. Yeah, it should. Well, it should with more kelp, right? Yes. So we have a hopper. And we have a chest. This will be our input. This will simulate like our whatever if we have a kelp farm or whatever, right? And it will be putting kelp out there. See, I almost forgot it's up here. Okay, there we go. So it's going to do that, and then it's going to make the kelp comes out of it as a dried kelp, and I'm going to put it into another chest as a buffer here. Hold on. There. I don't think it's going to need a double chest, but I'll make it a double chest. So that's the output. It's going to go that way. I faced that chest the wrong way. And you know, it gotta be right here. Okay. So that's the output of dried kelp, and it should be going into. Do I need water elevators for this thing now to go up? Probably. Okay, so we're gonna go into a crafter, which would be right here, right there. Right. So we're going to place it right here. Please go forward. Okay. Do I want to go forward? Maybe I don't. Maybe I want to go this way. Okay. And so we're going to take the output of this, which is... Okay, so let me think about this again. Kelp goes in, cooks. It's dried kelp in here. Dried kelp goes into here. We want to have a whole bunch of this stuff, and when it gets enough, it comes out and it goes into this chest, which is should be dried kelp blocks, right? That's what we want to have happen first. Gotcha. So let's make our little system over here because I really like that. I really should have like a good block that I can build with. Yeah. Oh, I made it to Stone Age. Okay, so we want to have. Don't need to have repeaters. We want to have a comparator off of here. Comparator off of here. Crafter, this crafter. Oh, come on. Set it to 8. Wow, that's a good block. It is. I picked the good ones. Okay, redstone. And now we need my observers. So we're going to observe this. And then we're going to put that into one of those new blocks. Observe, observe, observe. Okay. So, assuming that is right, if I were to grab a stack of kelp here, it should go into here and then go into there, right? So we're going to figure out the fuel in a second. But just for now, let's do some kelp block. I'll just do 2 right now. So this was what we intend to be fuel, to be self-fueling. So should, in essence, make kelp here, which should go down to here. Right? There's 1, right? So when it gets done with all that, then it should come out to here. And so then we need to have it being fed back into here so that this gets fed. And actually, you know what? We're making this a dual. We're making a dual setup because I can. There. I'll be curious what kind of useless machines people come up with. Yes, exactly. So this should be getting close, but it's not. Cool, because I took it out, right? Yeah. So if anyway, so if I get a bunch of kelp blocks here. There it went. It's making kelp blocks. Okay, so there we go. So now, how do we get that over to here? Because it looks like it's going to have to go back up and over, right? Which to me is a water stream. So I got to get it. Okay, so here is... We're going to have this. We're going to have a chest on top. And I need to get into that. Jade says water elevators and hoppers. Yes, exactly. I have to get it to there, right? So I'm going to put a hopper going into that. And I like using glass so I can see what's going on. So I'm going to do a glass here. And this is going to be my water tube. Okay, so we know where the water's going to be. Now I have to get this out of here, drop it off, go into there, go up here, and go over here. So how do we get out of here? We go feed this into a dispense dropper, not a dispenser, a dropper. Okay. Which I want that to be like right, right underneath this point. It's facing, I guess it could face out. Okay, here's my hopper. And for now, I'm just going to do like, you know, some observers, just say click, 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 right? How's that go again? Click, 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 click. That's really annoying, so we won't do that right now. Okay, so there is that. And so it'll come across here. And then go all the way up there, right? Yes. This should be fun. Like our little tube. Little slot here. And then have to fill this in correctly, right? And have it go up to there. This might be packed ice right here. Just to be, you know, cool. Packed ice. Cool. Get it? Okay, and let's make this, what is it? Soul sand goes up, right? Soul sand. Okay, and more glass. So now if I put water here, not waster, water. Okay, so it goes both ways, goes all the way down. Good. Really, I can just go in there and make it all sources, right? Okay, you're a source, and 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 sorry. We should still be able to access all the chests. I think that's going to work. What do you guys think? Okay, well, there's our fuel. We'll get a starter fuel going. And let's throw in a bunch of kelp and just watch it work. There we go. I want 64. There we go. Okay, so the kelp is going into here. It will shoot in the air. Yeah, it will. I know. I mean, I could cover it up, I guess. Whatever. The other thing is that it will, because of the way this is working, it will fill up only one of the hoppers first. Probably, I don't know which one would be pulled from here first. But it's not going to do that many at a time. There went one. Oh, I didn't put up a mechanism here. This has still got stuff in it. Yeah, sorry. Click, click, click time. Oh, I didn't put a water stream here? Darn. Zoop, zoop. There it goes. Looks like I filled this one first. Whatever. So it should... You know, I could almost like do an observer here and do a delay and have it fire. Right? So if I were to take, well, can we, okay, I'm getting this signal here. That's the signal that tells us to go, right? So what if I were to put a block here and then do a repeater here? So it fires. We want it to delay it just a little bit to give it time to go through this system, right? So, you know what? I'll put that kind of delay, and then we just gotta get down to it. Golly, I can't remember how to do redstone going down. You can just staircase, right? Yeah, steps, but it's kind of like too high at the moment. That's what I was just like, what? Did I seriously just replace my... There we did. I did. So if it does it, it should... Enough delay here? I don't know. I could put more in there if I had to. It's a little slow, but you know, hey, whatever. Super Smelter would do this great, right? Come on. I'm waiting for it to see if it goes and goes click, click. Is it not going to do it? I was waiting on one more. One more. There, click, click. This not do it? You broke it already. I did not break nothing. Five and 9. Okay, so It's trying. There it went. So it's got one extra in there. That's okay. I think it's working. I can get rid of that block, and I get rid of that block. There we go. My machine is working. It's not very efficient, but it works, right? I should be using wool, right? Oh, look at that. That block oxidized. Or whatever you call it. Yeah. Tarnished. Uh-oh, look. I broke it. There. It popped out there and went. It's just like, oh, I can't go that way. Zip. Bloop. Okay. There we go. We did it. So this will just run forever. Awesome. Okay, so what else do we want to experiment with? We want to look at more of the crafter. Do we want to go find one? Are those trial things? Where is that? How do you find that? Does anybody have any info on that? Because I think that's in this now, in this release. There goes one. Zoop. Yeah, it's going to that one first. GG, gugu. Gugu. It feels good to stream again. It's been a wild ride, guys. You guys know that Sally and I have separated. That is now completely done. We've had the court date. Judges signed off on it. Everything is separated. Everything's good. There's no more battles or anything to be done there. So that's good. But it took a little while. It's been kind of occupying my time. And then the work thing has been going on. Jay says, sorry to hear that. Yeah, I understand. It wasn't a great situation, but it is what it is. You know, I don't have any hard feelings towards her because of a decision she had to make, you know, so it's all good. I just, you know, it was the hardest part is that it's such an abrupt change to my life. You know what I mean? It's not like I make a little decision here and I buy new detergent and then, you know, see if I have any allergic reactions to it or something. No, it's nothing like that. I mean, this is like full on, you know, every single thing from insurance, from all your various debts to, you know, taxes and everything. Everything is affected. And it's just, you know, trying to figure it all out. It's a pain. But hey, it's working. So eventually, this one will shut down. This one will get full, and then this one will start up again. All right. Yeah, hard to be alone. It is. Okay, so let's see. What is this trial thing? I know that that's in here. How do we find it? Is there a locate for it? Is it a structure? Structure cats spawn as black what? What's it called? Trial? Trial chambers. Let's go look for one. What do you think? Minus 432, 272. Okay. It's that way. This way. TP, I will, but I just want to render in. I wanted to look around on the surface of what's coming up to it, so I could TP, of course. This is more fun. Or are you saying that you're out of TP? Ooh, there's a village. Nice house. Minus 432, 272. It should be right up here. What did it say it was again? Minus 432, 272. So it's this way. Somewhere below us, it's what it's saying it is, right? So let's go into observer mode and ooh. That's kind of cool. Look at the spawners. Look at all the spawners. Holy. And the sound effects is cool too. Wow. So it's gonna be a nightmare for some things, right? What are these blocks here? What are these? I like these. What am I looking at? I'm looking at waxed copper grates. That's pretty cool. Is there an entrance? That's a good question too. Let's look. I would call that the end. But no, I don't see an entrance specifically. Those are just great. Yeah. Wow. Well, look at this. This is like, what's in here? Loot not generated. Okay, apparently it's loot caught in those things. Oh my gosh. No, I don't see any entrance to it. That one greets. There's a bed down there. That's interesting. I'm like trying to see this nice halls. But I don't see like... That's interesting too. Caught in the copper grate. But I don't see like an actual entrance. These blocks look really cool too. What is that? Hold on. What am I looking at? Chiseled tough. Okay. Thomas will be harvesting all the copper from those places after I clear out the spawners. Yes. He'll ask you, clear out the spawners. Oh my gosh. Well, look at this. There's a little bedroom in here. It's like it's the bedroom for the Teletubbies, apparently. So like that. That's kind of nice using it for scaffolding. That'd be kind of cool. I think this will be fun. A little, almost like a jail cell in a way. Huh. I like it. I can't wait for 1.21, even though I really don't know much about 120. It was nice that this was close. There's a creeper. So what else is in this besides that? I mean, really, it's not much, right? It's just, wait, do they have armadillos yet? I don't think they do, but we can look. Let's see. Arm. What did it do before? Did I have like a egg? Polar bear. No. No, we don't. Armadillos are not in yet. Our, what do you call those bags? Bundles. No. Bundles aren't in either. So, yeah, no. Yeah, no. And I don't see anything on the surface that tells you that you have one of those trial places. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. Okay. I wish we could play with everybody together, you know? Because I wish that I could turn that feature on, but it didn't work. So that's too bad. And where's my machine? I do like the curvature. That's kind of cool. So maybe the cartographer's maps will have those for the trial locations. That could be. That could be. So, well, I'm really wigging out, aren't I? I didn't even look at that. I should be, like, my face should be full. It's going through my hair, too. Oh, well. All right, so what else do you want to do with this stuff? I mean, we got this thing going along. It's making stuff. It's just not very fast. I mean, I could force it along by throwing a bunch of dried kelp in here. And it should go. And I assume I could make this go faster if I did something like this. If it had, like, more in it, right? Yeah. Hold on, let me do some more dried kelp. So you can do things like that, you know, really easily. Let me see if I put in, like, a row of this, right? So it should go a little bit faster now. Yeah, because it has it there, and it has 2 lines going into it to fill it. Nice. It's ugly, but it works. Okay, what else? Let's make something else. Let's see. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of something else that we can make pretty easy. I don't have any ideas. I mean, I remember, like, I know that, like, Momo made the sawmill with selection buttons and stuff. I'm so out of practice, I would not know what I was doing with that. The animated billboard with copper bulbs. Okay, so you're talking about, like, use the oxidized ones for now. Okay, so hold on. So if that's one corner, ooh, and if we're gonna make a like, well, what's the message we're gonna say? Because I usually do a 5x5 font. It'd be great if you could apply color to it, you know. What's a pain to craft besides the dispenser? I don't know. So this is the backside. I'm gonna make this the backside. So let's just do tinker, right? So we want, right. Okay, let me think here. Cobblestone. How about a diamond counter? Too complicated? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so we want to have basically an observer sends a pulse, right? And so this will be the line going down here, redstone line. Actually, do we need to have... We just use repeaters, right? Because it should be able to detect the repeater change. So the repeater here, and then we want the observer here. Or rather, an observer... wherever we want to light up. Yes. Well, I'm gonna do my name Tinker, right? So we'll do 5 with every 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a space. That's a break. I want to be 5 letters again. I. And this will be Tinker. And I won't light up the center there. Okay, so that's T-I-T-I-N. Okay. There we go. Something like that, right? Of distance, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. K. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Neat sounds. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. So, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move this out a little bit. And I'll just tell you why in a second. But basically, I think that I can then put in the observers where I want. Oh, fireworks are a pain to craft. Yeah, we'll do fireworks after my sign. How about that? We'll try to do fireworks. That's a good one. I like that. That's good. So, so let's do, first you have to craft the stars, then the fireworks. Yeah. Oops, don't change timing. Okay. And then I want to have another row. And this will be for this one here. This will be for, and I gotta do this 5 times, basically. I know I missed one, yeah. Now, it'd be great if you could make it have moving letters, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Come on, go down, there we go, okay. This will be for the 3rd row. Wish I knew all the commands for like fill and stuff. God, like, come on. That'd be nice. Okay. Tinker! What? You're the one that taught me. I mean, the basic fill commands, yes, but like as an example, I'm thinking like when I said that, I wouldn't explain what I was thinking. I don't do that. I was thinking about the observers because they have to be specified in a certain direction. You know what I mean? So that's what I was thinking about. And then one more row here. Okay, so these are the repeaters that will carry the signal. Right, and then I just have to tie these together through redstone, right? So let's just do something like that. Like if we do a lever. Yeah. Just want to make sure I get these to run because when I do this, it should go zoop, right? And then it got to go up to here. So 2 rows going bloop. Okay. And then I got to go up to here, right? Which I can do with the slabs. Doesn't that go up slabs? Can't remember how. Oh, staircasing this stuff. I could use torches, right? Hold on. Could I do lever? But torches would be inverted. Oh, I made a burnout. Nice. Okay. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Because is it like slabs? Yeah, I think slabs will work. I mean, doing this. If I do that, do they all light up here? Yes. Okay. That's our signal to light them up. Okay, so now the fill command. I want to fill that going on from here to here. So let's see, is it fill? I'm looking at, actually, let me put a block here. This is where I want to fill. And I got to get going the right direction. So let's fill. Golly. That location. And then it would be, oh golly, I don't know the numbers. I gotta write it down. I don't know how to copy this stuff out of here and stuff. I'm terrible. Okay, so when I'm looking at this one here, it is, what is this? Looking at is targeted block minus 45. I don't want a Sharpie. Yes, I have Sharpies. Minus 45, 69, 15. And this one here, now I gotta figure out the observer. This one is minus 45, 73, 18. Minus 18. Okay, so slash fill. Minus 45. 69. Not 34. Minus 45. 69, 15. Going to minus 45. 73 minus 18. Minecraft observer. Minecraft observer. No, I don't need to go up one more because I'm looking at, if you look on the right side, it says targeted block. I was looking at this target block, but how do I tell it the direction of the observer? See, if I do that, it might just work. See, and they're not working because they're going freaky, right? Because they were facing that direction. I want to face this direction. How do you tell it the direction to face? Facing. I'm facing east or west. There we go. How's that? Oh, but one more up. I see what you're saying. I see what you did there. Thank you. Okay. So we want to fill up by going one more up. Because I'm messed up there. 70. 74. Observer facing east. E-A-S-T. Boom. Okay, there we go. So as an example, this will be the top of my T. So I would want to put these right here, these 5. Okay? So when I flip this lever, they turn on. And they turn off. Okay. So really what I need to do then is just go in here and put these in where I think I need them. And I'm going to haul these out so I can see T. And then this will be an I. Really big I. Right? And this would be an N. And how you do an N? Well, you got 2 rows going down. Oh, did I do 4? Oops. Okay. Well, darn it. I can't have that. Yeah, no. I'll have to make it longer. And it'll go there. Let's go this way and this way. T-I-N. Space. 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 Okay. Big anime eye. Yeah. T-I-N. That's kind of okay. It's using a 5x5 font, which is kind of icky. Okay, so right here I need to have one here, like that. And I have to have, this whole line needs to be redone here. So, boom, oops. Boom, boom, boom. Actually, I need to do the boom booms after I put the repeaters down, right? Because it's, doesn't want to do that. Yeah. Don't anybody, like, make a, like, thing out of that with the boom booms. Hey, I'm having fun, right? Okay, and there's that one there. And all of these observers need to be pointing at this spot. But wait, that won't work, will it? Because these have to be observers too, don't they? Going through. Yeah, this won't work right here. This thing needs to be an observer. See, I didn't think this through. And this one right here needs to be an observer. Okay. But now I know how to fill command. I should just work with the fill command, right? So if it's a block here, hold on, let me put these in real quick. This is confusing me. Really is confusing. Okay, so we want to go from here. Oop, no. Which is, if I'm looking at the targeted block, I'll write it down, 44, 71, 16, minus 44, minus 44, yeah. And over here, it would be right there, which is minus 44, 71, minus 18. Okay. Fill, minus 44, 71, minus 18, minus 44, 71, 16. Minecraft observer facing east. Boom. Excellent. And really, it's just got to go 2 up for that, right? So we should be 73. So same thing up here. There we go. Excellent. And then we need to put the repeaters up here. So really, that would be at 72. Minecraft repeater facing pointing south, right? No. Apparently it's pointing north. And then do the same thing at 74. Okay. Nice. And then we just got to put this back here. Yeah. Now he's got to fill this in. How did you bring up the existing command? You just press T and go to the up arrow. You have all your previous commands are stored. We taught Evan something. Okay, and then there's E. And go up multiple times to get to commands further back. Yep. Okay, so now if I fill this in, which I'm going to do it manually. You shouldn't be able to know that there's stuff in there, but hopefully if I spelled it right and put the right blocks in, it should work, right? I'll only turn on ones that are correct. Yeah. That would have saved me lots of creative builds. Yeah. That's an old DOS thing. Well, it wasn't originally, but... Okay. It's all green. Will it work? Tinker. There we go. Time set midnight. They're not very glowy, are they? Do they not emit light? That's interesting. I would have thought they emit light. They do, but not a lot. Okay. Run it to the back again. Or could I just do something like right click on it twice to get it brighter. That's almost cool. With an axe. Well, that one won't be bright. Okay, so it does do more, but it's like not because of it. It's because it's not oxidized. So the waxed ones will be better. That's interesting. That's good to know, also. But that's the difference right there, right? Yeah, maybe we could do that. This is, what is this? This is row, I'm looking at 74, minus 47. Okay. So, fill, minus 47. Oops. Minus 47. 74. Minus 18 to minus 47 again. 70. 40 to 70. 16. This would be Minecraft. Copper bulb. What is it? Waxed copper bulb? Waxed copper bulb. There. There we go. He's always got to make up a little timer, right? I can do a quickie timer with a comparator. We'll just do a little hopper clock. Right? Did I break something over here? Oh, it's not enough strength. Right. Right. Repeater. I hear bad guys. Spiders. Yes, I hear you. There we go. Need more hoppers. Right? Let's go this way. It's not really toggling, but it's like, it's firing it. It's picking up both when it goes in and out, but that's not bad. What do you think? Okay, fireworks, right? Let's try fireworks. I have not done fireworks in a long time, so to make the star, right? You said, let's figure this out, because I have not done this in a while. So, how do you make a fireworks star? It's dies, right? No, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? I don't know how to do fireworks stars. Star is gunpowder dyes in effect. I liked fire charge and glowstone dust. Gunpowder dyes in effect, right? So, okay, so gunpowder, right? We gotta have gunpowder. Let's make it just red dye. And what was the other thing we needed? Effect. How do you do effect? See, that's what I mean. I don't know that how you put it in here to make whatever you need. Like that. Can you do that? Can you do that? Small red ball. See, the problem we have here is that you have to put it in order into the machine. That's what's hard. Okay, so if you want to have, like, I don't know if this will make this particular thing, but if you wanted to have 4 of these and then this, you have to make sure you do it in order, right? So that's the thing. Okay, then glowstone makes it twinkle. Okay, so if I were to do like that, okay. So we need to have a system that will make the star, right? Yes, dyes first. Is it, and it's glowstone dust, I'm assuming. So, okay, so we need to have, let's just, hi, Tinker. Okay. Let's see, what are we gonna start off with? Well, we need to have like an input chest. Okay, we're gonna make a system over here. I hear you. Okay, this will be our input chest, and we're gonna put just items. And all I want to be able to put in here is, we'll say red dye, gunpowder, glowstone, and whatchamacallit, right? How do I do? Need a crafter for the stars, then one for paper, one for... Yeah, no, I didn't realize that I need the crafter. The problem is that I want to split the stuff up. I'm getting something on my phone. Oh, it's from Snoopers. See, I if I do more than one, I've got to be able to then split the output of, like, say I throw a stack in here of red and a stack of red dye, a stack of glowstone, a stack of gunpowder. And I want to use 3 red dye per thing. Well, I have to have 3 different. Somehow I have to tell it to do 3 in a row. I'm gonna go over to Discord just so I can see what Snoopers is saying. Snoopers is stalking Tinker77. No, I don't think so. You don't need 3 of the same color. Yeah, I know. So, see, on that recipe that you're showing there, is that the one that you like the most? It's got, looks like it's got a diamond, like a whole bunch of dyes, gunpowder, and a, wow. That's a crazy recipe. But it has 7 different items that are different, right? Let's just do that recipe. I'm going to try to do that recipe. So if it looks like this, guys, and I'm going to go down here. Crafting. Yes. Okay, so the recipe has in it, was that a fire charge? Charge? Really? What's it called? Wasn't it called a fire charge? Why am I... You can't make it? Is that what that's trying to tell me? That's weird. I guess you can't make it. This thing. How do you make fire charges? I mean, it's a fire charge. It's a gunpowder in this slot, and then it's glowstone, 3 dyes, and a diamond. Okay. What I'm thinking is that I would have to have item filters for all of these items first. Okay. But how do I tell it to dispense one at a time? I'd have to know. Okay, so I could get all of them except for one, and I'd be waiting on one to come down through the system. And then when they all get there, it basically needs to have a way of saying that they all have at least one. That's a tricky one. You know what I mean? I mean, I can make stuff if I had. I'm just thinking. Because, okay, this recipe is set 7. I mean, we could do it simply with hoppers, but it could overload the system. Let's say they put in, like, say that it needs gunpowder. What if they put in 5 stacks of gunpowder? Well, it would fill up the hopper, and then nothing else would get through the system. So you'd have to have it come in through a separate system on each line. So you've got to control the flow of the items, I guess is what I'm saying. That makes sense? Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So you have to have a way of knowing when every one of them is filled, and then once they have every one of the hoppers is ready, then you fire it off. Let's see, Tom says, I remember Mumble doing something like that, but I forget how I made it wait till all the stuff into craft so it wouldn't fill up with unwanted items. Right, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. You have to have, okay, so it's going to go through a system, and it's going to go into, I mean, okay, so you have, this is our input chest, and it's going to have all our items, and we're going to have to go through some sort of item filters. That's key, right? So if you can imagine, well, and then, God, come on, there we go. So, it's weird doing flying. So the items that come through here comes out, and eventually, if you don't have the right items, I'll, throw it in a weird chest so it doesn't take it out. Then we got to do the basic item filters, which go into chests. Now, when the chests have at least one of the items, then we should take a signal off of that. But it has to be enough signal that all of them are positive, right? So, okay, so let's do the item filters first, right? So, I'm going to have to do this from memory. So this is where we have the filtered item, right? And then assuming that it works. Okay, so we got to do a comparator here on here, right? Okay, that's where the comparators are. Okay. Oops, that's bad. Of course, the item filter could be the comparator anyway to tell us that it's doing something. And then we go back to, so I can see why he uses Mumbo being he. Wool. I gotta get in the habit of it doing it. Actually, I need to do the features. So I need to take that right here. Hold on. Right? And then it goes up here. Okay. Okay. And torches go down here. Why does that look wrong to me? Oh, it's wrong because I don't have the hoppers for the chest yet. Right. So these would be the output chests of the items, right? Yeah. So far. I've got 8 items there and 8 stuff. I mean, I can go further in a minute. I'm just going to get this working. Okay, so we have to put the hoppers in here. So that'll tell us that there's items in it. But then I have to pull out of this when every one of them is filled up or has a signal off of it. How do I do that? Because that should filter, like if I do, yeah. Okay, so if it should be locked. So if I do kelp, right? And first one was those fire charges. So let's just do a whole bunch of fire charge. Oops, it's, where'd they go? Right there. That's the wrong one. And this should go down to like 22 or whatever it is, 42. So that'll work as long as I don't ever put kelp in here. 41, right? Okay. So now this has, well, okay, yes, can't have that above it, right? Has 22 fire charges. So this one I would want to have a signal come out of it saying I've got something. So that would be a comparator, right? So we're going to need comparator outputs here for sure, so that we can detect. And we need to have some sort of, see, that one locks, right? So we need to have some way of taking a signal all the way through some sort of device. So let's do a sticky piston. And so I'm trying to think of like a signal can go through this whole thing. But then We got to have a lock line for this whole line there. Okay, so... Okay. We can go down is what we can do. What's that? Can they load into a dispenser instead of a chest? They could, but then you could have one item filling up all the slots of the dispenser. If that makes any sense. See, there we got a problem because it's powering through to here. Yeah. That's not good. Nothing in redstone makes that much sense to me. Okay, well, yeah, it's weird, right? Okay, so in essence, none of these are lit up because they don't have the right items in it, but this one does. And we want to have a signal that goes all the way through this, that then there'll be hoppers underneath here that we have locked, that will unlock. So I probably need to make these double chests, honestly. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Yes, making a mess. But anyway, we'll unlock when the whole signal goes the entire way through. If that makes any sense. Because, like, okay, I'm thinking, like, each piston will have a piece of it, and the whole thing has to be on for the whole thing to go through. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I'll have to just get there. So, let's get some more fire charge here. And put it up in our chest, and this is our test right here. So this should go here. Good. Okay, so we got fire charges. Now, we said we wanted to have a comparator output. This is our comparators, which says, hey, do we have something in there or not? The first one should, and it does. How many inputs does a crafter have? Sorry if you already answered. I think you can put it on it depends on the number of sides. I mean, you can't push up into it, but I think you put all the sides on the top. So I think it has 5 inputs. I think. This one should go down, right? And then these should not. I did this right. But now I don't know what I don't know what signal or what block transfers a signal that I need to push up and down. You know what I mean? Like, what's this block here? It's an observer, probably, right? Can observers move? I can't. Yes, of course they can, because that's how you make flying machines. Dang that. So if I have a that's going this way. Shoot. So you just point 5 hoppers into it, right? With 1 gunpowder, 1 dye, and 1 fire charge, etc. You could do it that way, but remember, if, like, say one of the hoppers at 64, it will still fill up all the slots once, or let's say at 2 stacks. It would do 1 stack and then put the next stuff in the next one, I believe. You know, it kind of like the way this does. Like when we put in more redstone here. Shoot. If I put the stack of redstone, you can see it kind of keeps on going. So in theory, it could fill up the entire thing with gunpowder, and you wouldn't be able to make anything out of it. Well, if you had multiple hoppers, yes, you could probably have it do things, but you have to make sure they're all putting in at the same time so that it gets enough of each. I'm not sure I can do it in this configuration. Oh, maybe that answers your question. Okay, so there's the observer. But see, this should not give an output. See, this one will give an output, right? When if it goes down. if I put something in here, yeah, see, it gave an output. We don't want to give an output until all of them are down. So it has to be somehow, I have to have a signal that goes through the whole line with this block. I'm drawing a blank here, guys. Anybody? Anybody? So I'm thinking that like this will move into place, and if all of them are down, a signal can go all the way through. Yeah. So if like they all were down, that means, hey, each hopper has something, send it through. Because I'm thinking like what I was thinking or imagining here. I know that's not a right kind of block, but imagine if you had a redstone block or something here. It's a power source, right? And because they're not all down, like when it comes down, it should like engage this redstone. Is what I'm thinking. Can I put redstone on this? Does the redstone move with it? I'm just curious now. No, it's not on that. I was gonna say, can I put it on that side? Do target blocks? Transfer power. Not like that, but can they do it with redstone going into them? I'm trying. I don't remember target blocks very well. Oops. Right. So that's on. Okay, so if I take all this out, that is off, right? Okay, so now let's do it right here. Let's do the same thing. Where's my redstone? So if I put a target block here, and this gets put back down, obviously it's not going to work there. If I take this out, for example, and put it over in the second chest, it's not lit, but if I put both in there, no, it's not going to transfer. It transfers through a block, but not through 2 blocks. I want to transfer through like 8 blocks. I mean, I could space this out. It would kind of work, but I want it to go all the way through. Well, the thing is, if it's all redstone blocks, if the last one engaged, it would automatically power the rest of the circuit. So you got to have the circuit at the beginning so that it has to pass through all of them to get added on, is what I'm thinking. Why am I drawing a blank? There's got to be an object that you move into place that allows it to... I'm drawing a blank here. I'm trying to think. Okay, so how do you tell it? I don't know if leaf pass through. Well, I mean, solid blocks can like most solid blocks will transfer redstone signal, but they won't transfer twice. See? So you'd have to do something to bring the signal back into it or keep it going through. See, this would work great, right? So this is what I'm trying to simulate, is the signal going all the way through here. And so if it gets to here, the signal gets all the way through, everything worked great. Oh, unlock the chest, and they all should all just real quick, and they should all dispense once, right? So I've got to find a way to do it's kind of like a giant and. Like a dust and repeat. Yeah, you could do something like that, but it has to be quick. Because I want to unlock and lock really fast so only one item goes through. This may not be the way to do this. And I don't think it is. But that's what I'm trying to get to, is this some way to make it think that all of them are on. Like an adding of their signal, so that they're all together. If any of them are off, it doesn't work. Well, the only thing that would make it craft a star is the gunpowder, if that could be added last. Yes, that's true. I'm just worried about it overloading with too many of the same object. Like, say if you put in like red dye and you get like 3 stacks of red dye, it could fill all the thing up without letting you know that it's right. That's one thing I don't like about this crafter. You can't tell the recipe. If you could just tell the recipe, then it would work fine. Okay, so let's think here. Think. How do you tell? It's like, get in your thinking chair. Yeah, I'm in my chair. I'm thinking like the old red coder type of thing. Not a red coder, but it's like when the object moves in the way. That's why I keep thinking sticky piston, something that moves up, engages. I'm having trouble thinking. It's got to be a block or something that you can do where you can pass through a signal through 2 blocks that are movable. My watch is telling me it's time to stand up. Rails? Are rails movable? I don't remember. Does anybody remember? If I do a lever here, that would work. Going to lurk while playing a card game. So if I do a right, and then do a bunch of these. Oh. I was thinking, yeah, it'll work. Dang it. Skulk could send signals. Yeah, look at that. I was like thinking, and so if this trick went down, I mean, obviously that doesn't work. But I mean, that it looks really cool. But it's not what I meant. But that's the idea, right? If this would work and like this came up, see the power's not there. But like if we had, see, I would think that these could then send a signal, but this one didn't. But if this came on, all of a sudden, the whole track has power, and that's not going to work. And you can't move repeaters, right? Because that'd be great, too. But no. See, it's... Oh, sorry. It's powered, so it's not going to do anything. And it pops it off. Right. That's not going to work. Didn't think so. Come on, jump up. I need it in the form of like the basic T flip-flop is what I need. So let's look at the bulb again, because that's basically is a T flip-flop. Does anybody actually play skip bow with skip bow cards? No. Well, I'm at a loss at this point. I gotta think of a way, because I mean, you know, obviously these would have redstone here. And if it's putting out a signal, but see, it's like one, but like if we put in like, well, you put in this, you can eventually it will go over. Oops, darn it. Maybe I put a bunch of this. Let's say it's stored up a bunch, right? See, it's putting out too much signal. So we need a way to say, hey, if it's got anything in it or it's got a signal, do something. Assume you have all the ingredients. I don't understand why the chest and filter. I'm just thinking that like somebody would just come in here and say, hey, I've got 4 stacks of gunpowder, throw it in here. Oh, now I've got some red dye, throw it in here. And eventually when you have the right ingredients, it would then start the process of creating. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I'm splitting it out so we have each item. So if we had, like in the picture you sent me, you had a fire charge, gunpowder, 3 dyes, glowstone, and a diamond. So let's say we had each of those things. Eventually when they had each of them, I want this system here to say, there's 1 in each chest. Okay, now unlock all the chests at once. Unlock them all at once so that they each dispense 1 item and then lock again. Until, of course, the next item. That way you get exactly what you need in the crafter. So I'm imagining that there'll be hoppers here that are locked going over to a crafter that's like, yeah, right here. I imagine the crafter be somewhere like right, well, I can put one more, like right here. So all the hopper lines with the hoppers from these chests will come into here. It would craft the star portion. That's what I was trying to get at, I guess. But I don't remember how to do this portion. Because I got one, I got to make this like, it has to be an and. It has to be like this and this and this and this. And I don't remember how to do that. I'm drawing a blank on how to do it. I mean, obviously we have a signal. So. Those are chests, not dispensers. No, they would have hoppers underneath. But the hoppers would be locked, so they won't pull out until the point when they all have one, and then it would send 1 item down of each item. But I don't remember. What happens if I do this? Well, build it my way. Which way's my way? If we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually don't need this row here, so let me just do this. Because I'm thinking we only need the 7 based on what we're doing. And we know that the crafter. I'm playing here. Okay. We know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will give us 6. This gives us a 7. So if... Now let's see if this will light up. This is here. I always want to see if that extends, right? So if we put an item in here... It's subtracting that amount. That won't work. My way is the best way. Which way's my way? So I'm just thinking like if it had... Like this has too many, so it's got a big, huge signal going into here. Which I don't care as long as it has a signal. How much is this putting out right now? It's just putting out one? That's my question. No. But a lamp put out only... that whole thing is going on there. Bulb. Oops. What do these output? I'm just wondering if these output a certain amount, like 1. They put out a whole heck of a lot. Okay, never mind. Okay, so now I wish you had the server open so I could do it my way. I did too. I really wish the server would be open. I'm at a... Hi, Tinker. That's really cool. I want to have it so that it knows that all of these are on. And the only way I can think of doing it is some sort of pistons. See, because the pistons are activated when this happens. And the problem is that it doesn't... Like, if I did an observer, it would see the signal. I mean, like, on this last one, as soon as it fired, it would just go. And I need to have it only go when the whole thing is done. Because if this has an item, that one engages. So when they're all engaged, do something. So how do you transfer? Another thing is that these would have a signal on top of them. That's why I was thinking observers. But, like, if we had... Oh, that's not really going to work. It's going to be like this. See, they would see... See, doing one of them would be easy. It's got to be all of them. All of them. All of them. How are we going to do all of them? Like a big and. It's like a 7-way and. That's what I'm thinking of. And can an observer look into a piston? It would see every change, whether it goes extended or not. So even when it turned off, it would then see the change. My head literally hurts. Yes. I agree. So I was thinking like powered rails, but a powered rail would... I've just got to be able to figure out how to figure out this portion. Like, I know right now, you can see the comparators tell me which one is on. It's 9 o'clock. I got to get going here. Can you... I'm curious here. Can you push powered rails? So, oh, that's bad. So if I put a rail here, and a rail here, and there's a powered source here. So if I take this one out, does it pull the rail back? That would work. Oh, Thomas, you got deleted. Extended play hype, yes. That would work, right? So let's do a redstone block here. Okay. There. This would work. And so if all of them are here, if this signal gets through here, that's when I have to fire the unlock mechanism. I probably should go the other way and unlock from this side so I don't hit the crafter. Okay. Right. So, okay, looking at the recipe again, let's do these things here. Let's set this up right. Okay, the next one was gunpowder. So it is dink, 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 dink. Gunpowder. I see blue dye. I also see a lot of that dye. Just following that recipe that you showed, you sent me, Snoopers. Blue dye. Glowstone. You can pick your own color. I know, this is a, a known thing. I should go out there, good. This one is, it's like a cyan dye. Yeah. And then this is the light blue dye. And then this is diamonds. Oh, I got diamonds. Okay. So this right here, I don't need this whole row right now for this part of making the stars. Okay. So they're all on. Hey, look, we got a signal. This should then fire and unlock the hoppers. So let me take out this gunpowder. So that should mean, see, it's locked because the signal can't get all the way through, right? Okay. So if there has a signal, we want to do a quick pulse. Right? So I guess I got to use a repeater for it. I can't, this could change, but I can't observe it. I have to repeat it. Hoppers here. That's quite the flex to make fireworks with diamonds. It is, isn't it? And I think I can just fire a pulse. Okay, so there's stuff in them. I know that hoppers are going to go into here. I know they're emptying right now into here. But see, that's what it would do. It would fill up too many diamonds and not everything else. That's okay. Oh, this is bad. Let's see, dink, dink, dink. We'll fix that out. I just thought maybe other inputs would fill certain slots first. Yeah, that's the whole problem. It doesn't like fill slots and only like do one slot. So you can't tell it like a recipe. You have to do it. Like you have to control the flow, so to speak. No, that doesn't do it like what you're thinking with the slots. That's a great idea, and it'd be nice if it did. Obviously, I wasn't consulted. That's exactly right. Okay. So this will send a signal over here, and then they should be. How do I lock them? With torches, right? Yes. So let me see. Oops. Or powering them, right? So do powered rails lock hoppers? Let's do a test. Powered rail. Okay, we have a chest going right here. Chest. And it's powered right now. So does this move things through? Yes, it still does. Well, that's terrible. But if this had a torch on it, see, it won't move it through. So that's what I have to do. I have to have torches, and these blocks have to be turned off quickly. That's why it was a good thing I did it this way, because I think I can put the hoppers on this side. Oops. That's right. Okay. Okay, and then we need to lock them here. So they're locked, but how do you unlock them? Well, there, I inverted it. What about hoppers besides rails? You can't move hoppers. Right? You can't move hoppers, can you? Okay, so I'm thinking like this will send a pulse. I want to go this way. Actually, I can go down. And then so a pulse would turn that off and unlock. Will the rail lock a hopper that's beside it? Okay, so that's a good question. So that's right there. Here's a chest. Here's a hopper. No. So. Okay, so let's just see here. If I put in... Wow. Gunpowder. Did it not go through the system? It's stuck over here? I'm gonna say, where is it? Oh, it went through right away because they're not locked. Got you. Okay, so this needs to be inverted here. Right? Can we invert this? Should stay. Okay, so we gotta not use an observer. Right. No. Golly, I gotta get this signal here into that block. How do I do it? I mean, it's gotta be quick. It's gotta be a quick pulse. And I don't think this looks really stupid. So I don't know if this is right. I mean, the torches have to. Can we just, do an observer's 1 tick piston. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, could do that, but it has to. Okay, right now they're locked, right? And I want to. I want to send a signal into that. Do I use a repeater for that? No, we just use observers, right? Observers will see the line change, but it will see it change each time. See what I mean? That's when this fires once, it should only fire once. An observer will see it turning on and off. Okay, I'm close. How do I get this to turn off? Well, I need to go to conferences. Thanks for streaming, Tinker. Thank you, Snoopers, for being here. Hopefully we'll have something later on if you catch the VOD. Good luck at conferences. I'm just thinking, like, if I had, like, I don't know, like, what if we had repeaters here? Now I'm playing with repeaters a lot. I'm just, you know, if we had repeaters here. And then those repeaters are fed off of this line here. Okay, and so right now they're locked. So we have to have, this is the signal coming into here. So if this turned on, that turns off. That makes sense. Okay. This is on right now, and that is on. So basically now this right? So they're unlocked because this is on. So when they turn on, that would lock. So I got to invert it again. Or right. So when it's on, they should all unlock, right? So they should all be locked right now. So I put gunpowder in here. It's like, hey, got something. Okay, so let's do let's see, a fire charge. I really should get all these like in my inventory. so they have like examples of it, right? For my recipe. Because, you know, I'm going to be using this a lot. Diamonds. Glowstone. Okay, go to my inventory. Dyes. We had that dye. Dye, that dye, and the other one. Oh, never mind. I don't need to leave for a bit. Okay. Welcome back. Okay, so we already put gunpowder in, right? And we have fire charges in here. Okay, so let's just say a diamond, a glowstone, this dye. And so right now, there shouldn't be anything in here, but as soon as I put this one in here, oh, they unlock. Oh, duh. Comparator. Hopefully it gives a strong enough signal. No, it doesn't. Wait. Oh, I bet you. Okay, so I need to have another track here. And then an observer that sees that track. that's probably what I need, right? But it'll do a double pulse, which is okay. No, it's not okay. I'm so close, guys. Can't I see this? The only thing I can see is if it changes. But I want to make sure it's powered. And a comparator doesn't tell you anything about it, does it? Now, why am I drawing a blank on how to get a redstone signal off of this? Last night, that's like my younger twos conferences didn't go very well. Ah, they're fine. The only thing I can think of is an observer could see it, right? And they're going to see the change of it. Okay, we're going to have one out here. And this will be powered on or off. And it will see the change. So it'll fire once when it sees a change. So we're going to do a, what? Some form of sticky piston quickie thing. Like, you know, so... Let's put a rail here. And a lever. Right? And then some sort of a sticky piston. See, it moves twice. It does twice. And I only need to pick up once, right? See, right now, it wouldn't know. It's like, I have no idea. Apparently, you have to actually turn in assignments these days. Well, yes. That's one other problem that my child has. Okay, so it'll see it turn on. It will see it turn off. So when it's on, how do I know when it's on? I gotta get the timing right. The timing can get off really quick, right? So yeah, I have to put some sort of state change in here, like a bulb. Doesn't the bulb store? Not blub, bulb. Okay, so yeah, bulb will do it, right? But can I take a signal out of a bulb? Yes. So it should detect the right change, and then I can do a comparator out of that. So they're all powered right now. So really, this should be on at the moment. So let me take the blue die out. And now they're off. And it powered it, and it's still locked. Good. Okay, now. Right. Okay. Yeah. They all... Oh! I think they all locked with stuff still passing through them. Ah! So I need to actually run them into like, I want the hoppers just to go real fast, right? We got the hopper system done. It just, they need to go into like dispensers that are facing down. How about that? But how do you fire the dispensers? Did you say dispenser? I did say dispenser. Could be a dropper. Okay, but I mean, it's got the right thing. They all did what they're supposed to do. Pulled one out. Actually, see how this is right here? This is controlling this hopper here. Run the hopper chain one down with the locking hopper feeding into those. Well, the problem is that the torches are right here. See, I can't go underneath them because the torches are technically underneath them. So this whole section here that I just built, this whole thing would have to go over one. See what I'm saying? And I can't do that. But this worked, and they you know, this section worked fine. I guess that part doesn't matter. This part's really what matters, right? So let me wow, everything should just go in here. Look at that. See? All those that were there fired and put in the items to make that star. That's what I needed. Okay, so let's just let's move this back one. Right? Yes. Okay. See how this one is, there's a hopper, which is that. There's a block, and there's underneath the block. So let's do that. Right? And then our repeaters here. Oops. Okay. Right? And then you're talking about putting this down one. So, the target will be that block right here. That'll be the crafter. And we're talking about hoppers here. Right? Is that what you mean? So, oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so if we did that there, and I don't care. I just need a chest. I don't care. Something that shows that it got everything. So let's just do one of each. 1, 2. Did it get everything? No, because all of these locked. So maybe if I go down one more. So it's away from the lock, right? I hate to do that, but it seems like kind of terrible, but okay. So I don't know if this will work. It might work, but it might not. Boom. Okay. That worked. So now we have a crafter. Okay. Crafter. So now this crafter will, we want to make the star 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Yes. Hey, we're getting somewhere. I'm going to do my setup that I had over there too to trigger it, right? And actually, I'm going to make it go output this way. I mean, you know, I'm working it. It's getting there. And then a bulb. Observe. 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 Okay. Stupid, 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 stupid. Yes, that was a derp. And this one is 6. And this one is 7. Okay. So, we have a mess down here. Let me clean this up so I make sure that I don't have anything like out down here so I can say that it definitely worked. Okay, so if I did this right, it should make a star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boop. Look at that. Got it. Now that has to go into, what do we do now? Clean up on aisle 77. There you go. Okay, so that's going to be input into something else, right? Like a hopper chain going out this way. So now we have this line here. What are the other ingredients do we have to do? Star. We need gunpowder again. Star. Star. Okay. Well, that's going to change my whole thing, because, like, gunpowder's here. I got to split the gunpowder. Stop complaining. No, I got to split the gunpowder, because now all the gunpowder is associated for this thing. For the star. And I really need to have... I need to have gunpowder split. So how am I going to split it? Because I can put in, like, as an example, I can put in sugarcane and do another crafter way over here to make paper. That's good. Okay, but this right here has got the gunpowder, and I need a different... I got to do something before this section. Just build 2 creeper farms. I mean, yeah, I can have 2 inputs. That's not hard at all. I can do an input over here and do gunpowder. But I was trying to make it with just 1 input. But if one input it needs 2 gunpowders. And I can't, you know, this section is just for making the star. Okay, so now I need to have some way of telling it to alternate gunpowder where it goes. Paper, we could split over here. Concur. I mean, we're really close because all I have to do is just run this line over here and put paper in and then have gunpowder. I mean, let's just do, I'll do a separate chest for gunpowder because I don't want to spend all that time doing this stuff, but let me say, here's 2 block gap, 1, 2. So right here is for sugarcane. Right? And we're going to do filter. Here. And we need kelp and sugarcane. Kelp. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sugar. A bunch of it right there. Okay. At the end, I want the rockets dispense auto-magically, like shooting. Don't you make sugarcane with paper with sugarcane? Like, right? Am I like totally forgetting how to make stuff? Isn't this? Yeah. Sugarcane. Take paper. Right? Yes. And we want that just to go in. I just care. Well, I do care. Because this line here, I gotta dispense 1 paper too. I mean, you know, this is the line that tells it what to do. So basically you need to make this system here. And when it gets every 3, send it down to this device. Another one of those. But then see, when I build a firework factory, I'm going to use totally raw materials. I'll just add paper pre-made. Yeah, but that's, you know, I mean, I could do that. That's easy, right? You're talking about like just saying, hey, paper or whatever. I mean, you know, if I were to make this go into a hopper into a crafter, right? I'm just do this quick then that way. So this will go into a hopper here, right? Can I go on the side? I have to go to the bottom, don't I? I think so. So that's not there. Boop, boop. Okay, there's that. And you want to dispense, don't you? You want to go shoot the rocket off. So we'll have it go out here. They can shoot into inventories like dispensers. Yeah, I thought so. So, wait. I want this to move into something else. Let me just put this hopper here. Can it shoot into this thing? Because it should be able to shoot into that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. And where'd it go? Did it not come through? Or is it like stuck somewhere? That's weird. Oh, it didn't shoot it out. See that? It had the fire thing in there. Hold on. Did I goof up? Let's see. I think maybe I goofed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And boop. See, it didn't output it here. And it made a fire charge. That's interesting. Okay, I have to go down from below. Okay, try this again. It's shooting out, right? So the hopper should just retain it. And it still has the fire charge. Interesting. Okay, so that goes into there, which goes into one of these right here. And it says, hey, I got something. And then you're just saying, hey, I'll stick paper in myself. So I'm going to give it a chest where we can do that. And then on this side, I'm going to have to do the whole compose mechanism. Oop, oop, oop. And this will be a crafter set with all but 2. 1 less. Okay. And then this will go, so if I put in paper, a piece of paper, pizza paper, and a gunpowder, whoop, rocket. And then we need to go that into a machine to shoot them to the sky, right? So there'll be a dispenser. And so we want to do the old clock here. I don't care. So it's trying, right? And what do we have in this guy right here? Nothing right now. So if I put a gunpowder... Okay, let's go in here. If I put a gunpowder and a paper. See, it'll launch right away. Why did it? Because it had less than that, right? Wait. Ah! This was getting a signal from that. That's not good. Okay. The crafter that's being used to compare should always be 8 no matter what, correct? No. It should not be 8. It should be whatever, 1 less than whatever you're going to make. If it's a 9 recipe, it should be a 9 because this will output a 9 and you want the difference. It should be just 1. I'm always making it 1 less than what it is. Apparently, it's raining. And now, the observer machine. And this should not be now building, right? Okay, so a paper in here, and a gunpowder. And it's still waiting on the other thing. See, you can't, it's like, you have to have it do things at the right time. You can't just do that like that. So now it's going to get all that stuff. If I put in too much paper, like if I had this and I put in like 2 stacks of this, it will fill this up with, and then you can't put paper in. So that's what I'm trying to avoid here. I mean, you could always do this. Right? And so then if I did, oh, I got rid of all my gunpowder. Since the comparing hopper is not 8, no, it's not powering at all. You can see the block's not powering at all. It's not about the 8. The 8 is, let's see, you're trying to compare 9 to 8, right? So, you know, if it doesn't matter, as long as there's one less, then the one overpowers it, that's when it fires. See, you see what I'm saying? Interesting that fired, though, there. I wonder what happened there. Oh. What's interesting here is that all of these emptied out. Oh, it's filling up slowly. You want to establish, see, okay, what this observer is looking for is a change, right? So you want to have it at a level that is constant. So, like, say for instance, if you want all 9 spots, you want to build when it gets to 9. So if you have it at 8, it's always going to be at 8, except that last point when it gets to 9. Then it fires over. If you have it at 8, but you want a 3, it will never overpower the 8, so it'll never change. You have to have it just one below the number that you want, so that way it detects it right when it gets to that point. No, you do have. You said, but by overpowering even one higher, it may not have all the ingredients in the crafter yet. This one is set for. See, this is I got 6 here, right? So there's 3 open. So this one I want 1 less. So this is a 2. This is a 3. So when all the spots get filled, it would fire that off. It's not by the number of stuff. It's by the spots. We've kind of proven that one out. So if you have a crafter here and a comparator, like right here, let's put this in here. And you do the redstone here. It really is showing you, let's go in here, right? So if I put in this whole stack into one spot, it's still only giving you one signal because it's one spot. It's not the quantity, it's the number of locations. But see, as soon as I fill in 2 of these, it's 2 spots. So it's by location. Okay, I understand what you're saying by filling the spots, but look what I've done here. I set it to a power level of 7, right? And I've set it right here as a power level of 6. It's going to have to go over that. I mean, you can do it that way, but it's not, I mean, it's not making a difference in mine that I've seen. What are we missing here? Gunpowder. So it's dumping a lot of stuff into here. And see, this doesn't work because it was expecting 1 at a time. So this is going too fast. So this whole system doesn't work. It's close. It's really close. I see what you're saying, Evan. I just... Yeah, this won't do anything now because of this. It's trying to craft, isn't it? It equalizes it out, too. Interesting. I just want to see the firework before the stream ends. Well... I'll quit backseat gaming now. Yeah, you do that. It's all good. I don't care. I know I get frustrated. Apparently, those are valid rockets. And those aren't going through because... it's not getting another signal. See this? I don't know why that didn't go into here. It did not, because I didn't have all this stuff in there yet. It's not working, okay? It's trying, though. Look at this. It's making things. I mean, you know, it's the right idea, but this one won't do it because this needs to get another pulse. See, it's getting stuck here because it's not receiving a signal to push out. But if I put it down here, it's pulling out of here. That's terrible. Yep. Thanks for looking up that time. Yeah, you're welcome. So, we'll just have some fun with some observers here. And just make it go crazy, right? Probably out of paper or something. Out of gunpowder. So, get some gunpowder. But this gives me an idea of some things that I want to do with this. Yeah. It's just making regular rockets now, right? Because I'm doing that thing. Yeah. It's the same rocket. It might switch here in a second. Yeah. I'm in survival standing here. Was something supposed to happen? Darn. Okay, there we go. Like that. Ah! Anyway, it's okay. The idea here is almost sound. Obviously, it didn't work because it got filled up. I think if I loaded it slower to give enough time for them all to figure out that they got there and fire the pistons, it would work better. So I don't know. It's kind of like the idea. You know, I'm playing, right? I'm tinkering. We got our tinker sign. Is tomorrow a paid holiday for me? No. Tomorrow is a day that I work. Okay, there we go. All right. I think that's going to be enough for me. Go to my talk screen. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to try to get back into doing videos now that things have kind of settled down with work and with the domestic stuff going on. It is coming into the holiday season, so it's going to be crazy, but I'm going to do the best I can. I'm not sure what we want to do, though, and that's what I need to figure out. If you guys can leave me some suggestions on Discord. I mean, I could do another mod pack. Or I could try to do some more like vanilla stuff, regular. where I can try to do stuff in the snapshot. I know that when 1.21 comes out, I do want to switch to another world. So I don't know. I really like that one season when we all had our little platforms. That was a good season, I think. The best one that we've had. I was just thinking maybe we could do something like have everybody has like maybe a 3x3 set of chunks, or maybe a 2x2 set of chunks, and then you have to build all your base on that. You know what I mean? So I think that'd be kind of cool. Do you plan to finish mechanized or mechanical mastery? I don't even have the stuff anymore. So, and if I did, I don't think so, no. Honestly. Thomas would like to see more of the new snaps. And Snooper says bingo. Yeah, let's do bingo. Let's try to figure that out. We got a bingo server set up, I believe. I think so. I mean, like I said, I haven't looked at much of the stuff. So, I'll have to see about trying to figure out how to use it. And, yeah, do that. So, anyway, it's almost 10 o'clock here, guys. That's like super, super extended play hype. So much so I don't even know what this song is. Never heard it. Ram set it up. Okay, so I'll have to figure out how to use it, and we'll do that. So, anyway, guys, thank you, and see you next time. Okay, bye bye.